Great day, good morning, good afternoon to some of you, and I hope everybody is having an incredible day. So I'm going live once again. I'm getting a little trigger happy with this feature that Facebook has allowed us. I absolutely like the fact that I can go live, have people jump in, and communicate with me while I'm doing my talks. Also, this forces me to be on top of my game, because what y'all don't know is when I normally put a video out, I normally record it 5 to 10 times, because I'm so self-critical that I'll watch each recording, and then out of the 5 to 10 I'll choose the one that I like. And now that I'm on live, I can't do that. Here I am, bare bones in front of you, and whatever I say, I get one take and one take only. And with that, let's roll. So the title of this is 2 words that I hate. I get this a lot from my clients. I get this a lot from people that I coach. I get this a lot from people who I'm teaching, training, and mentoring. I will say something to them that I want them to do, or a belief that I have in them, or something that I think that they're able of, and they'll message me back, and I hate these 2 words. They'll go, "I'll try." I want you to eliminate. No, sorry, not "I'll try." I hope. I hope. I hope I can do this. I hope fill in the blank. I hope it goes that way. I hope I can. I hate the words "I hope." Anytime that you say "I hope," you are filled with fear. We have audio but no video, boss. Matthew, can you see me now? Is there anybody else that's having trouble seeing me? Yes, no, maybe so. Matthew, I think it's just you. But anyways, back to the topic. The words "I hope" means you are doubting the thing that you're about to do. When you say "I hope I'm going to graduate," you're doubting whether or not you're going to graduate. When you say "I hope I can achieve my fitness goals," you're doubting you can achieve your fitness goals. When you say "I hope I can get the job done," you're doubting that you can get the job done. When you say "I hope that something good is going to happen," that means you're doubting that something good is going to happen. Eliminate the words "I hope," or the term, or the phrase, the sentence "I hope" out of your vocabulary. Never speak it again. Anytime, look, you hear every word that you speak. Every time you talk, it creates voice. It creates sound. Sound travels. Whose ears are closest to your voice? Your own. Unless you're whispering in somebody's ear, you hear your words first. And every time you speak something out of your mouth, you're the first person to hear it. And here's a tip. If you keep speaking words out of your mouth and you're hearing it, speaking it, hearing it, speaking it, hearing it, speaking it, hearing it, guess what you do? You believe it. You believe every word that comes out of your mouth if you say it often enough and strongly enough. So if you are speaking faith-filled words of you believe that you're going to be able to do the things that you're about to do, you're hearing it. And if you hear it, you believe it. And if you believe it, you'll act on it. And if you act on it, it'll become a habit. And if it becomes a habit, it'll become concrete in your life and you'll get the job done. However, if you're speaking words of fear, if you're speaking words of doubt, if you're speaking words of lack of faith, you hear it. And when you hear it, you believe it. And when you believe it, you act on it. And when you act on it, you're acting on it with a belief system that you don't believe. And the results that it produces is none. Because when you act, if you believe those actions are going to take root, they do. If you act and you believe that those actions are not going to produce, you're toast. It's all based off of what you believe. How do you control what you believe? By what you speak, because every word that comes out of your mouth you hear, and whatever you hear often enough, strongly enough, you believe. That being said, we all have emotions, we all have feelings, we all have belief systems. And so sometimes we might be thinking, I don't think this is going to go well. We might be thinking that it's not going to pan out. We might be filled with fear and doubt, and that's the emotion that we're feeling in us. We don't have control over our emotions. But we do have control over our thoughts, and we do have control over our words, okay? You choose what words come out of your mouth, and you choose if those words are going to be filled with fear and doubt, or if those words are going to be filled with faith and belief. And so whenever you're doubting something, whenever you're not confident, whenever you are thinking that what's going to happen is not going to pan out, the worst thing that you could possibly do is confess your fear, confess your doubt, confess your lack of belief. Why? Because if you confess it, you hear it. And if you hear it, you believe it. And if you believe it, when you act on it, your beliefs will come true. You will make that permanent in your life. However, if you're filled with fear, if you're filled with doubt, if you're filled with lack of belief, but you want to know what? You say, I can do it anyways. I'm going to get the job done. Everything I put my hand to prospers. Everything I do, I exceed. Everything I do, I achieve greatness with. Even if you're thinking, feeling, emotionally not believing it, you're hearing it. And whatever you hear often enough and strongly enough, you believe. And when you believe it and then you act on it, that is what you will make concrete in your life. You hear every word you say. Don't you ever speak fear and doubt out of your mouth ever again if you want the outcome to be positive. Vincent, that sounds like brainwashing. It is. When you were born, your mind was blank. You didn't know how to speak. You didn't know how to read. You didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to walk. You were a blank slate. There was nothing in your mind when you were born other than, holy crap, I was comfortable and somebody just spanked my butt and I'm using my lungs for the first time. What the heck is going on? And you were scared. That's all you're born with. There's no data in here at all. It's a blank slate when you're born. Who you are right now in your life is a byproduct of the programming that you have put into it. It's the things that your parents taught you. It's the things that your teachers taught you. It's the things that you've seen on TV. It's the music that you've listened to. It's the TV shows that you've watched. And you were born with this blank slate, but whatever you put into it programs it, programs it, programs it, programs it, programs it. And who you are now in your life is a total of the amount of input that you've put in here up until this point in the programming that you've had. That's true. When you take a computer out of the box, there's nothing in it. Nothing. It's a blank slate. But you start putting programming into it, and you can program a computer to run efficiently, effectively, successfully. Or if you put bad programming into a computer, what happens? It crashes on you and it won't do anything you want it to do. What's the determining factor in whether or not it's succeeding or failing? The machinery is the input that was put into it. What's the determining factor of whether or not a person is succeeding or failing in their life? The input that was put into it. And here's a tip. There's a period of time of your life that you don't get to choose your programming. You didn't choose your parents, they were given to you. You didn't choose what school you went to, you just went where your parents told you to go. You didn't choose what was on the television every night, your parents controlled the remote controller. You didn't choose for a period and a stage of your life whether or not you were programming to succeed, because it sucks, but most parents program us for failure, not success, because they themselves didn't understand how to succeed. So a lot of us, myself included, have been given bad programming up until a point of our lives. But we reach a point in our lives that we are now in control of the programming. I choose and you choose what music you listen to. I choose and you choose what TV shows we do or do not watch. I choose or you choose what books we do or do not read. I choose and you choose who and who we do not hang out with. I choose and you choose what information we put into our mind, because your brain is nothing more than a computer, and you need to understand that it's the strongest computer on the planet, and you can program it for success or you can program it for failure. You have control over one thing and one thing only. It is your mind. You have complete control over your mind. Yes, you have feelings and emotions. You need to sometimes push those aside and let the grown-up in you raise up and say, I know you're feeling this way, but I'm doing this anyways because I can choose to do that even though I'm feeling like this. I can choose to think this way even though my emotions feel like this. We're in control. And once you understand that you are now the programmer, and you do choose what books you listen to, what TV shows you watch, what music you what audios you listen to, who you associate with. You control the data that's going in. Garbage in produces garbage out. Success in, success out. Failure in, failure out. Faith in, faith out. Doubt in, doubt out. You're in control. And you are a direct product of what you allow into your mind, which produces. If you're taking notes, write this down. If you're not taking notes, remember this for the rest of your days. Your internal world shapes your external world. Your thought life produces everything tangible in your life. Every single thing that exists on this planet that God didn't put here, that's in physical form, that man built, happened in his mind first. You're on a cell phone right now. That used to be a thought in somebody's mind that they thought about, created, and now we can physically hold it. The car you're sitting in or the building that you're in used to just be an idea. But somebody put it on paper, drew a blueprint, assembled a team, and they designed and created it, and now it's a real life thing. Everything that you can see that's not of nature used to be in the mind. And internally, somebody produced it externally through their thoughts and their actions. What's the only thing you have control over? Your thoughts and your actions. We have control over our minds. The number one thing that determines what you think about, what you believe, how you're programmed, are the things that you allow into your ear gate and into your eye gate. The things you look at, read, study, watch, programming. The things that you listen to, hear, programming. If you're listening to music that's meant to entertain you, but they're downgrading women, they're talking about a bunch of things that are immoral, they're talking about a bunch of things that are bad, but the music sounds good, you can pop your head to it, guess what? You're programming yourself to think like an idiot. And it's going to produce idiot results in your life. Then say, yeah, it's too heavy, man. I'm just entertaining myself. You're programming yourself for failure. For 8 years, I didn't listen to the radio once. The only thing I allowed in my car was never music. It was only audios from successful people that were teaching me how to succeed. Because here's a tip. You can listen to somebody entertaining you that happens to be a millionaire. Or you can cut on a Tony Robbins album, who is also a millionaire, but he's not trying to entertain you. He's trying to educate you. And the only difference is when you're riding to your car for 30, 40 minutes to an hour a day, you're programming yourself for success or you're programming yourself for failure. Are you going to be entertained and put bad information in through foul lyrics on your way to work? Or are you going to listen to somebody like a Tony Robbins or a Jim Rohn or pick your successful speaker and allow them to influence your mind? I didn't own a TV for 8 years, was not allowed in my house. I would have smashed it if somebody brought it in. Why? Because the only thing that's aired on TV is garbage. Your favorite TV shows are full of crap. Desperate Housewives, great. Program yourself and your kids to have failed marriages, cheat on your relationships, and be a piece of crap. That's great programming for your children. Put that stuff on. There's not normally positive things being aired on TV or on Netflix or on whatever. So what are you watching that's programming your mind? Are you on YouTube watching successful people that are motivating, encouraging, equipping you how to succeed in life? Or are you just putting on junk and allowing that crap into your mind? It's just entertainment. No, it's not. It's programming. Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. If you're listening to bad crap and watching bad crap, you're going to have a bad crap life. If you're listening to good stuff, if you're watching good stuff, you got good stuff happening in your life. There's a reason that over here I have a bookshelf and over there I have a TV that's never cut on unless it's cartoons for my kid. I don't need to watch mess that's going to foul me up. I got control over one thing, my mind. And my mind is programmable. And I'm going to program it for failure. I'm going to program it for success. I'm going to program it for success. Why? I want to succeed. I don't want to fail. Failing stinks. There ain't nothing good about failing. And I choose if I fail or succeed. Here's a tip, so do you. What's the determining factor? What are you watching and what are you listening to? I'll get back and I'll close this out because it's getting long to the 2 words that I hate. I hate the words I hope. I love the words I will. It shall be done. It's a done deal. Give me the job and I'll handle it. I'm a mover. I'm a shaker. I'm a go-getter. I'm an overachiever. I'm a first comer. I come early. I stay late. I'm a server. I'm a giver. I'm a leader. I'm a lover. I'm a provider. I'm a world changer. I get things done. Give it to me. Solid. I got it. When I say that, you're hearing it. I heard it first. Guess what I just did? I just encouraged the snot out of myself to believe what I just said, and I'm going to keep saying that until it becomes a reality in my life. But when somebody says, hey, Vincent, I need you to do this, and it's going to work out great, and you go, oh, I hope it will, you're toast. I don't hope nothing. I know everything that I am capable of. And if I doubt it, I'm still going to say I know it because that's what I'm going to believe, that's how I'm going to act, that's going to be my habits, and that's what I'm going to achieve, baby. Does that make sense? So, I'm glad that y'all hang in there as long as you did. It's a long video. I'm going to open it up for questions real quick. Does anybody want to chime in and ask anything or comment on anything? And if so, I will respond. Once again, y'all got 60 seconds to start chiming in, and if after 60 seconds no one's chimed in, I'm cutting off. I've enjoyed thoroughly rolling with y'all right now, for sure. Anybody, you got 45 seconds left, and then you're going to lose me, baby. I'm not saying nothing, and I'm not waiting. If somebody had a question, they would have asked it already. All that being said, thank y'all for your time. Get rid of the words I hope. Understand that your mind is programmable, and you choose every day whether you're programming it for success or if you're watching crap, listening to crap, and then complaining that you have a crappy life and it's your own fault because you yourself programmed yourself for crap. Who do I watch on YouTube? Great question, Jennifer Arnold. I used to watch a bunch of fitness people because I was studying my craft. I wanted to be successful in fitness, so I'd watch a bunch of prep coaches to succeed. Who do I listen to inspire me? Who do I listen to encourage me? Who do I listen to pump me up, motivate me, encourage me in my life? Tony Robbins is great. You can never go wrong with Tony Robbins. Every single thing that man puts out is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anthony or Tony Robbins, you can't go wrong. His coach, his mentor was a gentleman by the name of Jim Rohn, spelled R-O-H-N. He does not have the same delivery as Anthony. You will probably like Tony's delivery more, but Jim's is just as powerful. And again, Tony learned from him. So those two you can't go wrong with. If you want to encourage yourself spiritually, if faith is something that you want to encourage yourself with, then you can't go wrong with Joe McGee, M-C-G-E-E. Tony Bonnewitt, man, it has been a while. Tony, do me a favor. I know you just jumped in at the end of this and I'm 19 minutes in. I'm going to close this out within 60 seconds to a minute. Go back and watch what I just recorded. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but I just want to get your feedback, man. I respect the hell out of you. I haven't been to Virginia in a long time, but if we ever cross paths again, man, it would be cool to get up. Joe McGee, if you want to encourage yourself spiritually, is a good one. Is there any more questions? We're 19 minutes in. I need to cut this off because this is going to be a long recording to upload to Facebook once we get off. Any more comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas, any of those things? 10, 9, 8, 7. I ain't even counting down to 1. I love you guys. Thank y'all for listening and chiming in. I'm over and out. Vincent Rose, the Fat Killer with H2G Fitness. You take care. Be blessed. Over and out. Peace.